5 years ago, I had one goal: make $100 profit every single day. Figuring out which side hustles were a scam and which ones actually worked took a lot of time, but once I finally landed on the side hustle and the exact method that I'm about to break down for you here today, that $100 profit goal became way easier than I expected. An extra $3,000 a month these days is gonna go a long ways, and so we're gonna jump into the computer here in just a second. We're gonna make $100 profit here today together, because especially when it comes to the side hustle that we're gonna be talking about today, which is selling products on Amazon, I see a lot of bad information out there. So I want to get super tactical with you guys, show you guys the exact step-by-step, everything you need to do so that by the end of this video, you'll be able to go out and have an awesome game plan to get started making money online. And instead of just talking about it, I want to dive in here and show you an example of the products that I like to sell on Amazon. So you can see a random example here. It's just like a vitamin product. It sells a little over 100 times a month. And we can see here today, we can buy this for 13 bucks. Plus, when I'm looking for items to sell on Amazon, I always like to look for great coupons. So you can see today, there's like a 30% off supplement sale going on. And the reason why I like looking for stuff like that when I'm buying products to sell on Amazon is because it makes it hard for people to copy my products, steal exactly what I was selling. And there's a ton of these limited time windows where we can get stuff way cheaper and then just go ahead and turn around and sell it on those exact same listings. And the nice part about this is I don't have to create any ads. I don't have to make this listing. All I have to do is figure out how to buy stuff as cheap as possible and then go ahead and flip that on Amazon. And if you've looked at Amazon reselling before, I'm sure there's some other questions like, how do I get approved to sell these products? How do I find more? And we're going to jump into all that here today. But just as a nice starting point, you can see this product right here. We make a little over $3 every single time it sells. Not the greatest product in the world. It's not the worst product in the world either, because we can also go ahead and see how many of these are we actually able to sell, right? That's the important part. And when I'm looking at this item right here, it looks like there's only one other person who's competitive, who actually has the lowest price, who's an FBA seller. So they're going to be making lots of sales using Amazon Prime shipping. All they're doing is shipping it into the Amazon warehouse, and Amazon's taking care of the rest, right? So we basically have one FBA competitor. If this item sells a little over 100 times a month and we have one serious competitor, let's just conservatively call it 25 sales a month. Right there's a product that's going to make us an extra $75 every month, right? So keep it super conservative. Let's say we only made $40 off this product, and let's keep finding more profitable products here together until we've hit that $100 profit goal. And once we hit that $100 goal, we're going to also cover everything from getting approved to sell these brands and actually making sales on these products as fast as possible using some hacks you might not see before. So now that we know that this is a good example product, how do we find more stuff off this? And so this is where the first paid tool involved with selling on Amazon comes into play. This is called SellerAmp, and I'm basically going to use it to go ahead and pull up that one storefront of our competitor here, right? Because at the end of the day, we pretty much know where they're sourcing this profitable item from. And since we've figured out one profitable item they're selling, there's a good shot we can figure out at least a couple more items that they're selling. All we have to do is figure out basically which websites we think they're buying this product from, right? So looking at storefronts on SellerAmp is also a great way to just understand the business, understand what products people sell. If you only want to focus on specific categories to start, you can zero in on exactly whatever you want to look at. So we could filter down all to just the beauty products, right? There's a lot of different things that we can look at on these storefronts here, but let's just go line by line here and let's see if we can find a profitable item together. I'm going to assume since you're a brand new Amazon seller, you probably don't really know what products might sell. We probably don't know which types of products we can usually buy for this max cost option. This is the key right here. As we're looking at SellerAmp, this right here is going to tell me what I need to actually find that item for it to be a profitable item. So for example, this one right here, we need to find it for $17 or less somewhere else. And if we can do that, then we're going to be making some money, right? So I'm going to go ahead and hit the Google button there. If we're confident that we can find it cheap enough, I'll also open the Amazon listing. And basically this is just going to grab that title. It's going to Google it for me. And in this case, it seems Best Buy has these for 20 bucks right now. Let's see, we needed to buy them for 17 and I'm not seeing anybody quite there. So yeah, there's 20 bucks. So let's just go ahead and plug in that 20 bucks there. And this is going to be close to profitable, not quite there. So a lot of times I can look back in the past history of this item on the charts feature. This basically shows me what the price was over time. Seems like it's usually like a $32 product. Even still, I don't really want to make about 11% return on investment on this product. Typically, I like to look for at least about 30% or so. That's just one item. Let's go ahead and keep chugging along here. I'm not too familiar. I don't personally sell a ton of video games, so we need to buy this one for a little under 20. Seems like a pretty similar story here. We can get those for 20. We need to buy that for $18. This one I like a little bit more though. You can see the ROI is not quite as high as I usually like to look for, but we can make $4.50. And one big big thing I want to stress is pretty much with any business you guys start, don't worry about finding like the perfect products, worrying about having everything super dialed in, super perfect, right? When the seller that they just get in, they just get that proof of concept, they make profit where they can find it. Even if it's not as ideal as it could be, getting reps and getting practice and getting a little bit of profit rolling in is always better than staying stuck. So something like this, I wouldn't make a habit out of buying 22% ROI items, but especially based on that price has been consistently increasing for a while. See, for a while it was like 30 bucks and now it's been up at 35 or so. We can also see how many new sellers are on this product. So I can see back here where it was a little bit cheaper, there was like 50 people on it. Now it's selling out. There's less than 30 on it these days. You can see if I zoom in right there, we got 29 today. So that tells me that this might be a little bit harder to find. The prices might stay pretty high on this type of item, right? So that's something that we could test a few units of. Since that ROI is not super good, let's just say we only want to pick up probably 5 units of this, and let's add another $20 profit to our running total here. Let's go ahead and keep on moving down the list here. And a couple things that I'm looking for on here to know if I should like zero in on it or skip is the BSR. So that max cost option, number one, I ask myself, can I find it for that price? And then I also ask myself, is this BSR good enough? So best sellers rank, the closer to 1 it is, the closer to the fastest selling item in that category. So this is 318,000th best selling product. Not going to be selling super fast. I typically like to stay under about 150,000. Sometimes I'll go up to 200,000 if the ROI is good and that type of stuff. But that right there, I'm not super interested in. See, this right here is just a bunch of crayons. We also have to buy it for 66 cents. So really, I just quickly skim through here and see which of these that I can actually find for that max cost. Let's see. I'm going to go a little bit faster, see if we can find something really good here. Let's see. So it said we need to buy those for 15 bucks. Let's see if this is the same item though, because I noticed that these are 15 here. So that could be worth something to check out. So let's see. 4K streaming device. Let's see. Now this is some kind of, this like a USB stick or something basically. That's like a Roku looking thing. Probably no good there. Let's keep on chugging along here. Not going to buy those for $1. Let's check these out though. $8.75 could be interesting there. And yes, we need to get these for $8.75. These are selling for 20 bucks right now basically. And let's see where we can source them. So this might be like a Walmart product potentially. So yeah, those are $4.88 each. We need to buy these. So right now they're selling for 19 bucks. 488 times 2. So getting pretty close there. Let's see. Does it hop up in it at all? Sometimes I'll also like to check and see if the price right now is a little bit lower than normal. In this case, it's really close. Something like this, when you're buying products that have their shoes or their clothes or that kind of stuff where they're going to get returns, probably don't want to make concessions and buy like slightly worse than normal products. That one could be worth checking out. You can also look at lots of different ways to add discounts into your items. So for example, the Walmart, they have a credit card where if you spend on that credit card, you get 5% cash back. So looking at something like this, we could get that 5% cash back and it makes it a little bit better, right? No, we don't have to worry about returns on supplements or anything like that. So we start to think about maybe we pick some of those up. Just for the sake of example, let's see if we can find a real winning item here. And I'm going to check out a different storefront, right? Usually I like to look through the first 10 to 20 products. If I'm finding something that's close or close to good, I'll keep going. So honestly, we found a couple things that are really close. Some things we might just go ahead and pick up. So you could keep looking through that just for variety. I'm going to go ahead and check out a different store here and see what other kind of stuff we can look at. So let's check this out. So the nice part about selling on Amazon is a lot of times you'd be shocked at the weird type of stuff you end up selling. It doesn't really matter as long as the data looks profitable. A lot of these are like 30 bucks or so. I also don't typically like to sell, like this seems like medical equipment or something like that, just in case anything goes wrong. I don't want to be responsible for anybody getting hurt or anything like that. Let's keep trucking along here. So let's see these like fitness straps. Let's check those out. Check this moisturizer out. Let's see. So these are 14 bucks. We can always check and see if, especially days like today where I'm filming this coming up on Labor Day. So there's a lot of great coupons and sales going on. So let's see, 3 ships free. They got the wording on that is so confusing. That's just like free shipping or something. We need to buy those for like 10 or so. So yeah, let's keep moving here. And it's all just about moving as fast as possible while still paying a little bit of attention and seeing what might actually be worth it. This could be good though. Let's check this out. So bronzing moisturizer, make sure it's the same. Yeah, 18 fluid ounces. Seems like it's probably like new packaging or something, but that's not usually a huge deal. Let's see if we can get a coupon or anything. Okay, sweet. So we can get 15% off coupon today in the top left. So let's see, $11.99 times 0.85 because we're getting 15% off. And so yeah, this is a little bit better, right? So let's see. These are selling today for 23 bucks. So basically right on the door of where I like to look for. This is selling 175 times a month. How many competitors do we have? So we'd be sharing sales with everybody who's basically at this $23 price point. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 competitors, and it's selling about 180 times a month. So you would be number 8 on this listing. Doing some quick division there. If we got 180 sales getting split between 8 sellers every single month there, what's that going to be, around like 15, 20, something like that? Yeah, so let's just conservatively call it 20. Gonna do some quick math there. So 20, and we have 353 profit profit per unit. So that's another 70 bucks a month that we've been able to add, checking that product out right there. Just between those few products we've already looked at, there's our $100 in profit. Just out of curiosity's sake, these products seem a little bit interesting. That's what it's all about, right? Just getting curious. I'm going to check out and see if we can find maybe another profitable product, because, okay, this is the end of their store. So let's just see. The biggest thing to think about as you're going through here is just figuring out which brands should I look deeper into. So I definitely look more into this brand right here. We can see what other brands they have. So they have some kind of kitchen brand here. Let's see. It's like a handle protector or something. So if we can get a coupon or something, that could be worth checking out. Only 5%. Let's see. These are $9. See if they have any coupons. You can check the Capital One shopping extension is what I'm looking at up here. A great way for us to find some cheaper items. The best I'm really seeing is like a 10% code there. So I'm not seeing too much going on there. Let's see. Always look and see if you can find other suppliers or anything like that. We could get these for 7. We'd be making some money. That is interesting though. So this tells me maybe I should look into more stuff that is this brand, because I've been doing this for 6 years, like I was saying, and I'm still learning new brands, new things to look into. It seems like a kitchenware brand or something like that. And it's all just about figuring out which products sell well on Amazon and which can I go back and see where people might be sourcing it, basically. So let's check out this one too, just out of curiosity here. The Google shopping option on Google is also pretty good pretty often. This one's wanting to hide from me. Another hack that I'll show you since you're watching this far into the video is if you right click and then search image with Google, it will search for that specific product by image. So if you ever have any issues finding it via text, you can try taking advantage of that. This product just doesn't look like it exists anywhere. Interesting. Let's see. Yeah, definitely don't want to. Yeah, we're shopping in India here now. Yeah, nothing too promising there, but we did find a couple products and we're already at that $100 profit goal. So let's break down, now that we found a couple items, how do we get ungated to sell these and how do we make those sales as fast as possible? So using this product as an example, basically before you sell most name brands on Amazon, they're going to require that you submit basically evidence that shows that you're not, buying a bunch of fake products or that kind of stuff. And so on this example here, we're buying it from a pretty well-known retailer. Amazon knows that Sally Beauty is a legit retailer. So what we need to do here is make sure we buy at least 10 of these bottles here. We're not going to have any problem. We were planning on selling 20 or so of these every month. And so once we buy these right here, you're going to have a nice invoice from Sally Beauty. As long as you've bought 10 units, that's Amazon's minimum. And then you take that invoice, you go into Amazon Seller Central, you go to the Add a Product tab, type in the product that you want to sell. And if it says apply to sell, that's where you go ahead and upload that invoice. Some other things that can help Amazon approve is if you also submit like a picture of the item, any tracking information you have. And then once those products show up at your door, earlier I mentioned using Amazon FBA, which is where Amazon basically is going to receive all the products that you've shipped in, and then they're going to sell those on your behalf. They'll pay you out. They'll do all the customer service, the shipping, all that kind of stuff. So all we need to do for that to be available is to use a tool like Boxum that creates Amazon FBA shipments for you. And I was mentioning a hack that helps you make sales faster than a lot of other sellers, which is using 2D barcodes. And to get access to 2D barcodes, you have to use a software that basically integrates with Amazon. For me, Boxum is the cheapest and just the easiest to use software that helps me create these Amazon FBA shipments. It also just makes the process a lot simpler too. So let's just go ahead and quickly walk you through basically how do we actually get these products shipped off to Amazon. And so I'm going to go ahead and create a shipment right there. I have full videos walking you through Boxum if you want to learn the process in great detail. But basically what we'll do here is we'll take the ASIN of that product. So this is basically like a unique barcode that Amazon assigns to each product. I'm just going to grab that ASIN right there. We're going to go ahead and say that we want to list this product. We are buying these for, I think, what were we buying these for? So we're buying these for $10.19 a bottle. We want to go ahead and probably buy 20 of them. We're going to just put all 20 of them in a box together. So that's going to be our case basically. And so the other good part of making your shipments here is a lot of beginners will ask me like, how do you track your profits? How do you track what you've paid for everything? This will track by sale how much you actually paid to make that sale happen. So in this case, if you sell all 20 of these, it's going to remember that you spent $200 to make it happen. It's basically going to store that information, right? So obviously you don't want to pay taxes and all that kind of stuff, not including your cost of goods sold. And so that should make that process a lot smoother for you, right? So let's just go ahead and add that. And then once you've taken care of all the important information there, we just go ahead and add the product to our batch right here. And just so I don't get too technical on this side of things, the rest of the process is fairly straightforward, but basically as you list those items, and again, I don't want to get too technical here. So if you want to see the full breakdown on using Boxum, you can check out one of those full videos. The process is super simplified. It's 4 big steps, as you can see on the top here. And basically what is important for you to know is that when you're looking at creating these shipments, you're going to put one of these barcodes on every item that you want to send in. Basically tells Amazon, hey, this is my item. When you make the sale, scan it so I know that you're basically shipping it off to a customer for me. And then you'll also go ahead and print out all of the labeling that you need for your actual boxes. And so this right down here is that magical 2D barcode label that I was telling you guys about. And this has been helping me get sales on Amazon about 5 days faster for my FBA shipments. So that's obviously massive for cash flow, for hitting that $100 profit profit goal 5 days faster every single time, that can really add up. So if you're ready to start getting serious about that $100 profit goal every single day, make sure you check out free trials of SellerAmp, which is what we use to source a bunch of products, and then also check out Boxum. You can try both of those tools for free, start getting your Amazon business off the ground, and start hitting that goal ASAP. If you guys did get value from today's video, please feel free to subscribe, like, all that good stuff helps me out with the YouTube algorithm. Also, drop any questions you have down below. I'm always super happy to answer those for you guys down there. But I really appreciate you watching this video, and if you want to keep learning how to make money selling products online, the YouTube algorithm thinks that this is the best next video for you.